Hey you guys, my name is Stella Williams, and typically I do a vlog on my vlog channel, and the only time I ever vlog on my main channel is if it's really serious. Typically there are no edits in these. Typically it's just not a production like typical. Today I threw some lights up because I had that much in me. I have a very serious medical issue happening, and I didn't feel it was fair just to live update my vlog channel. I daily vlog every day, and something happened, and I'm trying to learn how to take that to my main channel too, and not just feel like I need to only bring it here when it's resolved. So I'm trying to bring you guys on this journey because I feel it's so important, and this situation has made me realize that God is like, I feel like he uses me in so many situations that help so many people, and it's crazy to feel used because I feel like one in whatever fraction. But point being, okay, let me gather myself. This week's crazy. So last week I took a week off work. I went on vacation, and then I had a family member pass away, and I dealt with all of that. This morning, or Monday morning, I decided to be responsible. It was the 28th of February, 2022. And every month I check my strings. I typically start my period. I check my strings for my IUD. So I typically start my period the end of the month, 26th or 29th, somewhere in between there. And so I was just doing my routine check for my strings, and I didn't find them. So I went to an urgent care because, as you guys have seen on this channel, which is like the blessing and the curse of what I do, because I go through so much, so you guys have to see that. But the good thing is I do show it, so I learn from it. And I've learned from the channel from the last 2 years. One, I wait way too long to go handle situations that are wrong. And two, I know that sharing it helps so many people realize like triggers and things they should watch out for them in themselves that they haven't found. So this time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be responsible. And then also I usually freak out and things aren't even wrong. So it's like, okay, I can't feel my strings, but I feel them every month. My doctor left them a little longer, so they're really easy to feel. Which is also crazy because when I got my IUD implanted, she didn't even tell me to check my strings. I think I either learned it from like a blog or from TikTok. So I go to check my strings, they're not there. I go to an urgent care with the mindset of like, it's gonna be cool, like it's fine, like they're gonna be there. Like, you always freak out. This is the one time we're gonna be proactive about our health. We've learned enough lessons. We've gone through enough the last 2 years with blood clotting disorder, finding out of birth controls and getting the IUD and why I even had to get it. All this stuff, we've gone through enough. So now it's your time to go get it checked out, and it's gonna be good, and you're not gonna have any issues, and you're gonna feel like this is why you get it checked early. So I go to the urgent care, and she puts me up on the table, and she cannot find my strings either. She clamps me open with like the pap smear clamp. She's like, I don't see your string. And from a situation that I thought was gonna be like, oh, you know, you're gonna be good, just go get it checked out, just go get the go ahead so you can ease your mind. Like, that happened to me in November. I had really bad cramping with my IUD. I got my IUD implanted in August 26th, 2021. And by November, I had severe cramping, and I went to the hospital. They did every ultrasound. Everything was in place. It looked perfect. It was fine. We don't know why. I had a YouTuber friend tell me she experiences that without the IUD. It's like every month a really sharp pain from like a cyst, I believe, but I don't have, I have PCOS, but like everything looked normal. Like I didn't have any like cysts. I don't know how to really explain it medically because I barely understand it myself, but I didn't have any like fibroids or anything like that. So everything was normal. So when I had this situation happen, I was like, you know what? November, you went to the whole ER, it was fine. This time, when I went to patient first, it wasn't there. I freaked out. She was like, hey, we don't do ultrasounds here, so I need you to follow up with the gynecologist. So I'm new to the area on the East Coast, and I hadn't developed my medical team yet. In fact, I was literally going to Los Angeles next week to meet with my medical team back in Los Angeles because I really love my specialist there. And this happened. So she did an x-ray, and so the x-ray tech takes me back, and he shows me, or no, he takes the photos. The doctor shows me my IUD, and is completely out of place. So the blessing is when I went to the ER in November, I saw how it looked. It looked normal. It looked like there's my uterus. It was in the middle. My IUD is now sideways. So there's the picture of my IUD. When I saw that, it was terrifying. Again, I went in with this, like, this is gonna be just like a quick little checkup, I'm fine. I found a gynecologist far from me, but I found a gynecologist yesterday or 2 days ago, and I went yesterday. And the reason I'm telling you guys this here, even though you could watch it on the vlog channel, is because it's important and it's big, and oftentimes I do wait until it's resolved, but it could be helping someone here regardless if I have a real solution yet. When I went and I talked to the gynecologist, it was my first time meeting her again. I don't have a team here yet. It was so intense. I showed her the x-ray. She's like, I do not like that. She's going off. She was scared. She was like, well, it obviously hasn't punctured anything, because if it had, you wouldn't be sitting here in front of me right now. We talked about a lot. We talked about the lack of effectiveness for however long it's been dislodged, possibilities there for my health and reproductive health. Talked about, she said if any doctor were to pull that right now, because, so she was like, if any doctor were to pull it out now, if they went up there and found it, they would be dumb, because she doesn't know if any tissue's wrapped around it. She doesn't know if any situation, like, she doesn't know what it's looking like. So now she schedules me for an ultrasound. I have another appointment Friday, and I have a procedure to get it out taken Monday. All that happened in a whirlwind, but the good news is she did her own test herself. She's like, I just need to see what's going on in there before I make any decisions. She went up there, she dug around in there, and she did find my string. She's like, oh, they're right here. They're high up, but they're right here. So that felt really good, because at first that eased the room, because it went from, I don't know where your IUD is, to, okay, cool. I see the strings, which means it's still in your uterus. It didn't travel anywhere else. And you hear these stories, and she sat me down. She's like, do you understand the probability of this happening? And I want to apologize today, but I'm not going to. I immediately was like, yeah, 4 in 1,000. And she was like, this is like the first time she breathed the whole time. She's like, yeah. And she tells her assistant, she's like, do you see, this is why I don't, like, she's so strong-willed about birth control. So I finally found a doctor. You guys know I'm so against birth control. I found a doctor who feels the same way about birth control as I do, which is such a beautiful thing, because she explained, like, even I didn't even have to ask her how she felt about birth control. She was telling me how she felt about birth control and the effects on women, and I felt so heard. As I told you guys many times before, Marina was my last shot. If you did watch that vlog, the day I actually got it implanted, I felt like, I don't know what God's doing, but he told me to do this, so I'm going to do it. But it felt so counterproductive to my life and where I'm going. And so it helped the bleeding. My bleeding did stop literally at the 3-month mark. That's what they say. It takes 3 months. It did what it was supposed to do. But I've only had this 6 months, been to a medical professional about it twice, and it got displaced within 6 months. I guess 5 months really, because 6 months would be February 26th. And today's, so 6 months. We're in March. Where's time going? Point being, it's wild. So no matter what, I didn't even get, yesterday she was so concerned about getting this out of me. She didn't even mention like anything after like replacing it. Like, she's not even there. So what's happening this week, this is not a shameless plug for my vlog channel, but this is something that I vlog, like, oh yeah, I'm doing this today, on my channel every day, because I daily vlog. It's what I do. All that playlist is down below, or not the playlist, but the links down below, whatever. The reason I'm sharing this is because this one simple monthly check, taking care of yourself. We talked about this a lot on this channel. Don't be scared to take care of yourself. I just did a simple, see, are my strings there? And they're not. I have a sideways IUD. The reason this saved me, she's like, this is good because I check every month. So if it did move, period. You saw the picture. She said it moved. One, it hasn't been effective for as long as it's been moved. Two, because I do check it monthly, I caught it within a month time span. So there's no real time. Like, if tissue started to wrap around it, if it started to embed, it's caught early because I check every month. And I put this TikTok out saying it, and girls were like, I don't even check my strings. I put the vlog out this morning, which is the only reason I'm on this channel right now. And the girls were like, oh, I literally don't check my strings. They're short. I have to go get them checked by a professional. I don't care how you have to get it checked. Do it. There's a 4 in 1,000 shot. It could be you. And it was me. It was me, which goes back to me saying, like, out of all the things you guys have seen me go through, there's no way I can't feel used to share this. There's no way I can't feel used to, like, help someone else out or potentially help you save your own life. and it feels heavy, and that's why I'm doing something different that I usually don't do. On this channel, I usually wait until it's concluded, but this feels so heavy, I can't, especially after getting comments on TikTok and on my vlog channel of girls like, oh, I don't even think to check it, or I think to check it, I just never do it. Please check your strings. Please, please, please check your strings. I do want to address one question that I got, which was important because a lot of people don't know my story. And someone said, if you have PCOS, why do you even have an IUD? And I said, I have an IUD because my bleeding. So my bleeding, I bled so much when I lost weight last summer that the bleeding was like the last resort. I had an old gynecologist try to get me on it for years, and I'm so against birth control I didn't, but I will vouch that for the time, it did take 3 months to be 100% fixing everything, but it did. And my periods came like clockwork. The reason I knew something was off, someone else asked, what are the symptoms that you got that, you know, other than you checking the strings? I can tell you now. Since having my Marina, I've had strong PMS symptoms. I never really PMS'd. I did light work PMS before. Like, it was like bearable. PMS now is literally a week of me cramping. It's of me moody. It's my face acne. It's me I could eat everything, which is crazy because it almost feels like I don't have surgery. I can still get full, but it like all these extreme symptoms I never had before, especially cramping. I never dealt with cramping before an IUD. So February, I didn't have any of that. And I got nervous. I was like, why don't I have any PMS symptoms, which is out of character. And then my period didn't come. So my period was supposed to come by latest yesterday, March 1st, because that would have been the 29th of February if there were one. And it didn't. So I know there was probably an event that did cause the displacement of my IUD, maybe because that event happened and then I spotted mid-cycle, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together until again, I've checked all the time. So it being there, like, you just expect it to be there. It wasn't. And so like when these events are happening, it didn't click in my head until my routine checkup of, let me just go ahead and make sure everything's good up there. So I definitely feel an event happened that displaced it. And I do remember spotting mid-cycle. So that's what's going on. And I just urge you, please, please, please get your strings checked if you haven't. You guys have seen my whole journey on birth control. I believe in birth control in its entirety. I don't believe the effects it has on women. It's terrifying what it does to our body. Someone even made a good comment on TikTok. Why are you taking something that's not even made for us? And I was like, you're right. So today what's happening is I'm getting my ultrasound because no one's seen anything yet. We've just seen an x-ray. Today she's going to go up there. She's going to scope it out. She's going to find my IUD, at least see where it's at. On Friday I have an appointment. On Monday I have a procedure to take it out. 1 or 2 things depending on what she sees are going to happen, but I do need to treat it like surgery. I have to stop taking my blood thinner this weekend. On Monday, on Friday, we're going to talk about what she really saw in her plan of action, whether I need to be, I want to say sedated, but I feel like you do that to animals. If I need to go under anesthesia or not on Monday. I'm a little nervous about that. If you do watch my vlog channel, when I went under anesthesia for my VSG surgery, I woke up. The only 2 times I've ever had anesthesia in my life, I've woken up. And in the middle of surgery, you don't feel pain, but you feel the pressure. You can feel everything. You can feel them doing everything. And I'm terrified of that. And luckily it had this moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God I'm in a place where I have family around me. I have a teammate by my side. Like, I have a support system, because when I would deal with this in LA, I would run to you guys like, I'm alone, I'm scared. I had my aunts fly out, whatever the thing is. So to have family around me is like, we're leaving, but we're also dealing with the death in the family, and the funeral's not till next Thursday. So we have family coming into town tomorrow. Like, there's a lot going on, and it's scary because it's like, this is not the time. Like, I can't predict things happening, but this is really not the time. But I feel like that's how God works. I feel like he tests our faith, and we're taught new things just in perfect timing. So I'm being calm, I'm trusting it, but I wanted to come on here and share this with you because it's important. So please do me a solid and check for your strings. If you can't feel them, please take that trip to an urgent care or your primary, and protect yourself, because we were talking about it. If it would have waited, if I wouldn't have checked for 4 or 6 more months, tissue could have been wrapped around it. It could have punctured something. A lot of people end up in the ER bleeding because it punctured a bladder or it punctured somewhere else. So please take care of yourselves. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Love and light. Please send me prayers. Please protect me from any negative energy. Send me prayers, love and light. We need it. Thank you. I'll see you guys soon. If you want actual like dates, I'm going to update you guys again here. If you want day-to-day updates, that is the vlog channel. It's easier for me. I don't edit it. It's not a production. It's just me with my iPhone. So appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon.